Interesting.
Great, so I'm gonna go over to the board and we're gonna start with our first problem to help us think through Brittany's budget. All right, so here we are. Let's talk a little bit about Brittany. Brittany is going shopping for the holidays, as you already know. She wants to buy gifts for her mom, her dad, her sister, her brother, and her best friend. 5 people all together. She needs to make a holiday budget, check the sales to see how she can save money, and adjust her budget for any deals that she finds. So let's take a look and see what Brittany's gonna do with her money. So she's got the $120, and she's like, oh, to begin with, before she makes her decisions, how am I going to figure out how much to spend on each person? So at first she starts out and she says, oh, I have $120. How should she spend it if she wants to spend an equal amount on each person? So everybody's going to get the same amount. I've got $120. And I want to show it today. I want to talk about tape diagrams because a lot of kids have to do stuff with tape diagrams, and a lot of moms and dads have heard about tape diagrams where their kids are coming home with them and they're not sure exactly how to do them. So we're going to use tape diagrams today. So a tape diagram is a piece of tape that represents the whole piece, okay? So this is this piece of tape stands for Brittany's budget, right? So we talked about budgets last week. And Brittany has $120 that she is gonna spend over the course of the entire week. Okay, so we know that from the story. The other thing that we know is that she wants to give each person an equal part. So what I'm going to do this piece of tape is I'm going to break it up into pieces, and I want to break it into as many pieces as there are people, and there are 5 people. So a little trick here, when you want to cut something into 5 pieces, you actually only make 4 cuts, and that will leave you with 5 pieces. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 slices, all right? They should be kind of the same. They don't need to be exactly equal because a tape diagram is just a representation of it. But I know in my head that I want each of those pieces to be the same. And why do they want to be the same? Because it says right here she wants to spend an equal amount on each person, okay? So I'm looking here and I'm trying to figure out what each of these pieces is. I'm going to put an X in there because that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what it is. I could put in a question mark, but I'm going to kind of check it up a little bit to algebra and put an X. That's my variable. That's my unknown. So the whole piece is 120, and we want to divide it into 5 pieces. So when I think about it, I take the number 120 and I'm going to divide it into 5 equal pieces. So 5 goes into 1, it doesn't. 5 goes into 12 2 times, which is a 10. I subtract it, that leaves me with a 20. And 5 goes into 24 times, which is a 24. So that means each of these pieces is 24, right? So if she wants to spend the same amount on each person, she needs to spend $24 per person, okay? And if we wrote that out algebraically, it would look like this. It was $120 altogether, and she wants to share it between 5 different people, and that X stands for the people. And then to go and solve it, you're going to divide by 5, you're going to divide by 5, and we get X is equal to 24. So you're actually doing the exact same thing with algebra here that you're doing with the tape diagram, but this is what it looks like in algebra, and this is what it looks like in tape diagram. When you first start doing algebra, this is really helpful to figure it out. So now let's take it up to a little bit of a harder problem for Brittany, okay? So Brittany still has 120. She says, you know what, I don't want to give everybody the same amount of money. She wants to know how much she should budget for her brother, her sister, her brother, and friend if she thinks that she wants to buy both her mom and dad a phone case for $33 each, okay? So now she's like, oh, I think the phone case is $33. How much? I'm not going to sell my mom and dad. They're really important to me. I want to spend a little more money. So let's use our tape diagram to help us out with this piece. Again, the whole entire thing is $120. That's the whole piece. And we're going to cut up some pieces for Brittany's mom and dad. Here's her mom, and her mom gets $33. And here's her dad, and her dad gets $33. And now we know that we have 3 people left, sister, brother, and friend, to share the remainder, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to think here. This is 66, 33. Plus 33 is 66. We've used up 66. And we want to cut this last remaining piece into 3 pieces. And we don't know what that number is, but we know that they're all going to be equal, so they're going to equal to X. So what I'm going to do is I say, hey, if I had 120 and she spent 66 so far, how much does she have left over to spend on her brothers and sisters? And so when I subtract, 10 minus 6 is 4, 11 minus 6 is 54. She has $54 to spend amongst the 3 of them, okay? So now they have to be equal. So we're going to do 54 divided by 3. And we're going to put the 3 on the outside here. Let's use a different color. 3 goes into 5 one time. And we're going to subtract it, and we get a 24. And then 3 goes into 24 8 times. So that tells me that each friend is going to get $18, okay? So if we set this one up algebraically, we could do it the same thing. What we're going to think about is that when we started out, it was $120 altogether, and it was equal to the $66 plus the 3x, okay, the 3 different people. When we went to solve it, we took away the 66 from both sides, which left us with 54 equals 3x. And then the next thing we did was we divided both sides by 3. So this is what it looks like in algebra. It's the exact same thing without the tape diagram. All right, we're going to do one more real fast. This last one, Brittany's got $120. How much would she budget for each person if she wants to spend an equal amount on each member of her family, but she's only going to spend $10 on her friend? So if I take a look at this tape diagram, we're going to start out with the same thing. So I bet you guessed it. We're going to start with 120. She's going to have 120 all together. And the other condition that we have is that Brittany's friend is going to only have $10. So I'm going to mark this off. And here's her friend, and we're going to only spend $10. All right, so how are we going to figure out the rest of this problem? If she spent 10 out of the 120, how much would she have left? You got it. She's going to have between here and here is going to only be 110 that she has left. Because 120 take away 10 gets you 110. And then when we look at that, we have to figure out the rest. The $110 is going to be spread between her family. And there are 4 people left in her family. So remember what I said. If I want 4 pieces, I need to make 3 cuts, 1 less than what you have. 1, 2, 3. So these are the each per equal person in her family. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 110 and I'm going to divide it evenly by the number. Oh, hold on, let me think for a minute. So she has 4 people in her family. Sorry, 1 more there. Mom, dad, brother, sister. We don't want to shortchange the brother or the sister. And we're going to divide it by 4. 4 goes into 11 2 times, which gets me an 8. Bring down the 3. 4 goes into 37 times, which gets me a 28. Bring down the 2. And then 4 goes into 20. Well, it doesn't go into the 2. I have to put a decimal here. So she has $27.50 to spend on each person in her family. So that's how you could use a type diagram to help you out. If you needed to set that up algebraically, it'd be 120 is equal to 10 plus 4x, and then you would solve it algebraically, and you would get the same answer, that each of the remaining people would get $27.50. So that's how to use tape diagrams, and that's also how to use algebra.